part of the pivoting that I'm doing right now as far as YouTube and the content, which I actually was going to save as the last thing to talk about, is when it comes to the piston, the smaller planes that we cover on the channel. One thing I've struggled with specifically this year is that I think we've covered everything, man. I've had even manufacturers reach out to me, or, with a particular airplane model, and ask me, hey, can you come review our stuff? If you are one of those folks who reached out to me and my answer was no, I want to publicly apologize to you, but in the sense that you have to understand from my point of view, and generally what I respond is, do you have something new? So for example, if you tell me to come to review an airplane or an engine that we've already covered on the channel, say 2 years ago, there's nothing new except maybe you change the name of the product or the aircraft, then one, I'm not doing the viewers any justification by recreating or duplicating a video. So that's one other thing that I'm realizing, is that when it comes to just the civil aviation world and smaller airplanes, we've covered just about everything. So one of the things that you probably start seeing, or that you will start seeing more in the coming weeks in the future of the channel, is more emphasis and more videos on bigger planes, the turboprops, the jets, business jets and things like that, private jets. I'm gonna make more efforts to make content on those. One, because I have not covered a lot of them, and I'm curious and excited to cover it, but also because there's not much left in the smaller plane world. What are the loan options for a flight school? If you are looking to go to flight training, mainly because I would not advise you to get a loan if you're just getting your private pilot license and you're just looking to fly for leisure. If you cannot afford it, I would say take your time, save some money, or pay for it slowly and build time through that. But if you are looking to actually pursue a career, like this is a long-term career path for you, then a loan is, I would advise you to take out a loan all day, every day, because I know for a fact that you will make that money back literally the first year or the first 2 years of working. So loans, there are lenders who loan out money for flight training, but more particularly flight training for commercial license. You got to think from the lender standpoint. If you're just getting a loan for, say, to get your private, they might ask you to take some money or put down your house or HELOC. Basically, you're using your property or your asset as leverage to get that loan. When you're getting a loan and you tell them, hey, I'm going to school to earn a degree or a license so I can build a future on it, then they're going to look at that more like a student loan. Right now, for example, at Lookup Flight Academy, we do work with some lenders. Meritize is one of the lenders we work with. The students that we sent their way, these are students that we've already vetted, and these are folks who said to us, hey, I'm going to build a career with this, and my goal is to end up with the airlines. And that's when, okay, let's connect you with a lender. And with lenders like Meritize, you fill out an online form. It's actually very easy to do, and they check all the spots. They'll let you know if you need to get a cosigner maybe. Obviously, they check your credit. I know that if you're below like 680 or 690, that might be challenging for them to give you a loan. But also, one of the caveat with a platform like Meritize or any other lenders, because I know this is common practice, is you don't pay a dime on your loan until after you earn your commercial license and you start getting paid. And you have payments as low as $150 a month, which I think any CFI or commercial pilot can afford. $150. Once you climb the ladder and you get to corporate and or ATP, then the sky is the limit. You can literally pay your loan off with the bonus that you get from day one. There is that. Those are your options. Someone asked, can you attend a Part 141 program and work full time? So if you're not familiar, a Part 141, basically, it's like going to school. Like I said, you're there every single day, flying, learning, building your hours, and getting your ratings done. The short answer to that is no, I would not advise it, because it's going to be tough on you. Flying is challenging as it is, especially in a training environment, and to have a full-time job with that, it's gonna take a toll. So I would say better to have a part-time job and just do your thing. Like, because you think of how long this is going to take you. If you really focus, you're done within a year, and then you can move forward to other things. But if you try to like add more stuff to like working full time and then having to come fly and learn and study, I would not advise that. So the answer, my answer is no. The mosquito helicopter, speaking of, is actually one of the most popular videos on the channel. I need to go back there and get an update, because I'm sure they've developed some new stuff, which I'll probably bring to you guys soon. I'm gonna reach out to them and see what's new with that helicopter. When it comes to YouTube, one, as a creator, I started this whole thing just sharing my passion, and then it turned into more of a business because of the time that goes into it and the fact that, you know, I'm getting some type of income from doing this. But also, part of being a creator, or part of being on YouTube, is that you also have to study what's happening with the ecosystem. So I don't know if you are noticing what's happening on the platform is YouTube is now creating shorts, for example, which is TikTok kind of made that a big deal. So all the social media platforms are now changing their preference to shorts, which is, in my opinion, it's unfortunate, but as a marketer, it's great. And here's one top secret I actually want to share with you. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, this may be the best time to do it, because in the past, like when I think of how long it took me to get from 0 to 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers, it took years just to get that far. Whereas now, with a 60-second or 30-second clip, you could amass hundreds of thousands of subscribers within 30 days. Right? So if you're looking to start a YouTube channel, that's one of the secret sauce to take advantage of it. Short. So, but the reason why I bring that up also is the fact that what I've noticed, and I'm very analytical coming from the digital marketing world. The YouTube algorithm now puts more emphasis on shorts, which I've been putting some up there, and less on the videos that we've been making. That's also part of the reason why I said that we have to scale back on how often I put up a video on the channel, because one, the time and money that goes into each video, and then when we publish and the platform actually doesn't put attention to it and rather put attention on a clip that we spend, I could make up a short in 10 minutes or less and put it up for you guys. Again, I understand it from YouTube standpoint, but from a creator standpoint, it's not as rewarding, in the sense that the reason why hundreds of thousands of people have subscribed to MojoGrip is because of the style of videos that you see on the channel, or, you know, the personality of the person behind the camera. On a 60-second shorts, you barely see me. You just see something for 15, 30, or 60 seconds. So that's one of the changes that's gonna happen on the channel. As I said, I will continue to put out videos, but it's going to be scaled back, and I'm going to start making more videos with the bigger planes, because again, one, I'm excited to get into jets and turboprops, and I also see, for me personally as a pilot, I also need to progress into, you know, something bigger at some point. Selfishly, that's kind of how my path is also aligning. You're going to see more videos on bigger planes. You're going to see more videos on just knowledge stuff. You see, I've been making videos where I just talk about things. And actually, you're also going to see more videos on entrepreneurship, which again, it's funny, because you would think that most of the questions I get will be aviation related through the channel. But most of the questions I get over the years is, how can I do what you're doing? Or how can I get started flying? How can I get to this lifestyle, so to speak? In a way, it makes me feel some type of way, because I never created YouTube to be flamboyant or, you know, as a show off, because I know YouTube is a show off culture, but I've tried to refrain from that. But that said, when someone is watching me or any other pilots that you guys watch on YouTube, rather than just watching us, like you're sort of living vicariously through the person that you're watching, I think it's okay to actually let you know, okay, this is how I'm actually able to do this. So just me. That's what I plan to talk about more on the channel. And part of it is just answering questions that you guys have been asking me. And so I'll talk about things that I'm comfortable talking about. I also try to keep a lot of my private stuff and personal life private. but just to show like how you can possibly do this or that with just little effort, or I would say a good amount of effort. You can probably afford to fly too, or take some flight lessons and potentially own an airplane. Because I was you a few years ago, writing in my journal and my dream board how I'm gonna plan this life that I imagine, and I still have to pinch myself sometimes when I like this is my life. So, and I'm grateful for it. But I want to talk more about it, more about entrepreneurship, more about business, because that is what has allowed me to be able to get in front of a camera, to be able to get inside of an airplane and go flying and show you guys all that good stuff. So